Dear students of Tala Government College, I hope all of you are well. Welcome to this class. Today I am going to have a discussion with you on a new topic, and our topic is preposition, use of preposition. In your English second paper, question number 2, you will find this item. There will be supplied 10 gaps and you have to put 10 prepositions in the right place. Let's go have a discussion on use of preposition. At first you have to know what is preposition. That means by the word preposition, what do you understand? From this diagram you can understand easily that pre means before, pre means before, and position, positions. So a preposition prefixes a noun or a pronoun to show noun or the pronoun relation to another word in a sentence. So it actually shows the relations between different parts of the sentences. What is the relation with noun or pronouns and its relation with the other parts of the sentence. Preposition are connecting words or bridge words. They show relationship. So before positioning or noun or pronoun, it shows the relationships with other parts of the sentence. Look at the example. The dog is dash my bed. So here you need a preposition, okay, to make a bridge. So we have added the dog is on my bed. So here the preposition is one and it precedes the noun bed, bed noun, and it's before, pre means before, and it shows the relationship between two nouns, that means the dog and the bed, where the dog is. So in this way the preposition shows the relationship between nouns or other parts of the sentences. Preposition can also appear at the beginning of the sentence, but their function remains at the same. Okay, that means the basic formation, the basic structure remains the same. Outside the window, the birds are singing. So here the preposition is outside, it precedes the noun window, and it shows the relationship. Precedes, that means before the noun window. This is the noun. It shows though before the noun, and it shows the relationship between the birds and the windows. Okay, where the birds are singing. So in this way, it shows the relationship between different parts of the sentences. So this is the basic function of preposition. So there are different types of preposition: simple preposition, double preposition, compound preposition, participle preposition, disguised preposition, phrase preposition, detached preposition. So in this lecture we shall discuss it later. So at first come to our discussion on simple preposition. What is simple preposition? So by the words simple, you can understand it easily that it is referring a very simple fact. Simple preposition are the short word used to show the relationship between noun, pronouns, or to join parts of a clause or sentence. This is the very basic function of preposition. Okay, so simple prepositions are used to show the relationship between noun or pronouns or to join parts of clause or sentence. These prepositions are constructed by only one word, and for example one, at, to, about, with, after, for, etc. that you use randomly in your exam paper. So this is are the simple preposition. At first go through the example. He found the book about dogs on the table. So here in this sentence you are getting two prepositions. That is about, that means about the dogs. I found the book about the dogs where? On the table. It is mentioning you position. In the bedroom. It is also mentioning you the space where in the bedroom. So simple prepositions are one of preposition Okay, these are also called single preposition. So as they are one word preposition, that's why they are also known as single preposition. So this is about simple preposition. Next one, double preposition. So this preposition are formed by combining two words to simple preposition. That's why they are called double preposition. That means when two single prepositions are joined together to make a double preposition. Okay. For example, into. In the preposition into, it is double preposition. Here two prepositions have been added, in and to. Within, with and in. Without, with and out. Upon, up and one. Up and to, etc. So you're finding some example, that is complete this essay within 2 hours. That means here a time limitation, binding. Okay. This within, you have known earlier that this is double preposition because it has been made with the formulation of two preposition, two single preposition. Toma is going to turn this scrap into a masterpiece. So this word, this preposition into, it is the example of a double preposition because it has been made by the combination of in and to. Next come to compound preposition. Compound preposition are those type of preposition that are usually formed by prefixing a preposition to a noun, adjective or adverb. That means we add noun, preposition, noun, adjective or adverb with the preposition. For example, along, one plus long. So with the preposition one, long has been added. Across, on plus cross. Around, on plus round. So here one thing is important, that on, a equivalent to 1, a equal to 1. Okay. Next one, before, by plus for. B means by. Beside, by plus side. Behind, by plus hind. Below, by plus low. Beneath, by plus neath. So these are the compound preposition. That means we form compound preposition by prefixing a preposition to noun, adjective or adverb. For example, he was going about his business. Okay, about, and on plus bout, a plus bout. And next one, the person beside Ali is my brother. Beside, by plus side. So they are actually compound preposition. Prepositional phrase. This is a mostly used term in question number 9 of modified. You get this word prepositional phrase. So phrasal preposition are a group of words or phrases that join the noun or pronoun in a sentence to remainder of the sentence. So you know that a phrase is a group of words without having any subject or finite verb. This group of words express a single idea by combining together as a unit. For example, in addition to. So it seems that generally to form the prepositional phrase we use the preposition at the very beginning, as this is the prepositional phrase. So in addition to, and it has a particular meaning. Prepositional phrase has a particular meaning. By means of, in spite of, according to, owing to, in favor of. So look the example. Toma worked in the teeth of all dangers. So in the teeth of, this is the prepositional phrase because it has been made with the preceding of preposition and it has a particular meaning. That is, though there are dangers, Toma worked, spite of having dangers. She couldn't participate in the meeting On account of illness. So on account of, this is also a prepositional phrase as it is formed with the combination of preposition and it has also a particular meaning. So in case of prepositional phrase, there must have a preposition. It can appear at the beginning of the sentence or at the later portion of the sentence. Then another one, that is participle preposition. So with the term participle, what you can understand, that is present participle or past participle. Okay, so participle preposition is a verb ending with ing, that means present participle, en or ed, that means past participle, which also acts as a preposition. So it seems that sometimes the participle can also work as the preposition. Some of the most common examples of participle prepositions are during, considering, regarding, provided, according, etc. Every detail regarding the meeting was true. So this is the participle preposition. According to the weather forecast, so according. So this is the participle preposition. It will rain today. Notwithstanding his efforts, he was still fired from the job. So this is working as the participle preposition. Next one, that is detached preposition. Detachment, that has been differentiated, that has been divided. A preposition is called a detached preposition when it doesn't come before its object, it is detached from its object. Okay, that means it is detached from its object. When the object of a preposition is interrogative pronoun or relative pronoun, so these two things is important. That is, when the object of a preposition is interrogative pronoun or a relative pronoun, the preposition comes at the end of a sentence. She is the woman whom I was talking about. So this is the relative pronoun, and that's why the preposition has been placed at the last part of the sentence. Here are the books that you asked for. So this is the relative pronoun. Where do you come from? This is the interrogative pronoun. So when the relative pronoun or the interrogative pronoun will appear, the preposition comes at the last part of the sentence, and it is shows the detached situation. It shows the relationship that has been detached from the object. Disguised preposition. So through the words disguised, you can understand that disguised means not showing directly, it has been shown indirectly. A disguised preposition is a preposition that is not directly used or implemented in a sentence, rather it is mentioned indirectly. That means in a disguised situation. The example of disguised preposition, the letters A equal 1, O equal of respectively. So going through the example, you can understand it clearly. They play football once a week. So A, here A means in. So A can mean two things, that is in or on. So here the full sentence will be, they play football in a week. Her flight will land at 6 o'clock. O'clock, O means of, 6 o'clock. They went a hunting, A means one, they went on hunting. So they are actually disguised prepositions because they have been shown in a indirect way, and here A means in or on and O means of. So thank you for participating in today's class. I hope all of you have enjoyed this lecture, and from my next class I shall also continue this lecture on preposition. Thank you for staying with me. Allah Hafiz.